India, after the country's mammoth elections, which concluded on Saturday. Ballot boxes and electronic voting machines have been opened at heavily guarded polling stations. Results should come in later today. The Indian Election Commission says a record 642 million people voted. Early results show that Prime Minister Narendra Modi's BJP party has taken a lead. Cruising into this election, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, fueled by adulation and Hindu-centric ideology, faced his main opponent, Rahul Gandhi, heir of a political dynasty and leader of the Indian National Congress. Before the elections kicked off, their bank accounts were frozen by the government. This is not the freezing of the Congress Party's bank accounts. This is the freezing of Indian democracy. Congress built a coalition with dozens of other political parties to counter Mr. Modi. They say the Prime Minister used intimidation to prevent a fair campaign. Politicians were raided and chief ministers jailed. Initially, the Modi campaign was all about promoting his accomplishments, but quickly turned to Islamophobic messaging. Mr. Modi told supporters if the opposition wins, they will redistribute your wealth and give it to Muslims. They reject claims they are Islamophobic, but divisive politics plays to his base. This by the Prime Minister of a secular country and the world's largest democracy. We came into these elections expecting a resounding victory for Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his BJP party. But if you look at the results now, it's actually a little bit more of a fight. We see that the BJP-led coalition is leading by 292 seats. By no means an official tally, the India Alliance, made up of the Congress Party and other political parties, is running at about 209 seats. To parse out some of that, I'm joined now by AJ Bose, a political commentator who has written many books about Indian politics. Thank you for coming. How would you characterize these elections? Well, if the leads hold because we still don't have most of the results yet, it's a huge victory for an opposition which everybody thought would be wiped out. It's a blow to Mr. Modi personally because the BJP itself is still well below a majority. With its allies, it can comfortably form a government, but the BJP was expected to wipe out the opposition. What happened on the campaign trail? Mr. Modi went from campaigning on his accomplishments to using more divisive language and hate speech. Why that change? This is not the first time Mr. Modi and other BJP leaders have used divisive language. During national elections, he usually stays away from this. After the first few phases, there was a feeling in the BJP that the news wasn't good, particularly from Uttar Pradesh, the largest state in India with about 25% of the seats. This caused him to mobilize his Hindu core base, but it doesn't seem to have worked that well judging from the leads in Uttar Pradesh. Given the results and accusations of democratic backsliding, what does this mean for a potential Modi-led government? It's too early to say, but it will almost certainly be a BJP government. I don't know if it will be a Modi-led government. Mr. Modi was on a pedestal, and coming down from that pedestal is going to be difficult for him. A more chastened BJP might come back to power, and I don't think we will see the same assault on institutions as before. This has certainly turned out to be a much more exciting election, given what we were expecting.